corner, Casey's corner. See that C up there? That's Casey's corner.
Sarah, don't.
That's the entrance back there with the clock. We'll show you some more here in a minute. You've seen nothing, man. Come on, I know, you don't bend back that far when you're feeling it down, honey.
Fred, I'm gonna fall.
One of the best ways to do that is, what do you think? With a storybook, I think so. I love to read, but doesn't everybody? I think my favorite thing about reading is in a story, you can go anywhere you wish. And you can be anyone you want to be. And the only thing you need to help you is your
Imagination.
head and your imagination, that's right. For example, if you know my name, say it out loud. Belle! My name is Belle. I'm flattered so many of you know me. But when I'm reading a story, I don't have to be me. I can use my imagination, and I could be, let me think, a damsel in distress, or maybe a knight in shining armor, or instead of just plain old Belle, I could be Belle, queen of the pirates. Or maybe not. But in any case, we can have so much fun with stories. And you know what the best thing is about stories? We can share them with one another. Say, I have an idea. Since you're all here this morning, how would you like to share a story with me right now? Would you like that? Wonderful, and I know just what story we can share. How would you all like to share a story that happened to me? Would that be all right as
So
well?
the family's coming home.
Nicely done, but if we're going to share a story together, I'm going to need help from all of you along the way. Will you all help me? You know what, I think you can be a lot louder than that. Will you help me, please? Yes! Marvelous, and luckily I have two dear friends to help us along the way as well. Heather, would you go to our storytelling trunk and get all the things we need to help bring the story to life? Thank you very much. And remember, you promised to help. So let's start at the beginning. Does anyone remember who I live with in my quiet little village? Who do I live with?
Father. Daddy.
Papa. My papa, that's right. And does anyone remember what he does for an occupation?
He's an
What's
inventor.
My papa's job?
Say it out loud.
He's an inventor. Very good. And he's very smart. And he's very kind. And I think he's sitting right there in a blue hat. Sweetie, would you come help us tell our story? Would you please come? All right. No, that's perfectly fine. You doesn't have to if he doesn't want to. I see a young man right back there in green. Sweetie, would you please come play with us? All right. One more try, the young man in maroon.
No, he needs a boy.
Sweetie, you want to come play? All right, ladies. The gentlemen aren't feeling very brave unless you want to come play. Come on, sweetie. Why don't you come up? Nicely done. Can you all clap nice and loudly for him? Hi, cutie. How are you? How are you, sweetheart?
She wants a girl. You volunteer.
Good. Are you ready to play?
Okay.
All right. I'd like you all to meet my papa, Maurice. Now, my father is a marvelous inventor, and he invents the most amazing things. And, Papa, if you were going to make an invention today, what do you think you would like to invent?
A dinosaur.
A dinosaur! That's a great idea. Nicely done. Now, my father isn't the only one who paid attention to me in our village, though, is he?
Dawn.
Not at all. There was one other man. Do you remember what that man's name is? Gaston. That's right. And is Gaston strong?
Oh, yes.
Certainly is. And is Gaston handsome?
Well.
I certainly think so, doesn't he? He does want to marry me. Is that a very good idea? No. And I think he's sitting right back there in a gray shirt. Sweetie, would you come help us play? Nicely done. Can you all clap nice and loudly for him? Nicely done. Come right back there, sweetheart, and go see Heather. Thank you. Now, Papa, tell me about this dinosaur. What kind of dinosaur is it? It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, very good. So it's about 16 feet tall, huge, 8-inch teeth. Lived during the what did it live? Do you remember when it lived? During the Cretaceous period? Yes, it did. You think so? I read a book about dinosaurs. They were very exciting. Now, do you remember Gaston? Yeah, he wasn't very well behaved, was he? You think you might be better today? I hope so. I'd like you all to meet our friend Gaston. Hello, Gaston. How are you? You ready to play too? Okay. Now, Gaston is very strong. Show us how strong you are. That's right. But he has a one-track mind. He keeps saying over and over again, "Marry me, Belle." Say that nice and loudly.
Very
Very good. No matter how many times I've told him no, he keeps asking. Ask again, Gaston. No, Gaston, I won't marry you. One more time, as loud as you can.
Marry me, Belle.
Well done, Gaston. As you can see, he's rather persistent, so eventually I sent him on his way. Come here, Gaston comes down right here. And turn and look at everybody. Didn't he do a marvelous job? Very good. Stay here, okay? All right. Now, my father went on a long journey. Come here, Papa. And along the way, he got lost on a dark and scary road. And he was chased by wolves. That's
French
right.
maid.
Can everyone in our garden howl for me nice and loudly like a wolf? My goodness, Papa, weren't you frightened by our wolves? That's why you're smiling, right? Yeah. You were so frightened, in fact, that you fell off your horse. And you found shelter in what you thought was an abandoned castle. But, Papa, our castle wasn't abandoned, was it? Not at all. Are you ready to meet our friends who live there?
Yes.
All right. Everyone, please clap nice and loudly because here they are. There's Mrs. Potts and, of course, Chip, Cogsworth, and Lumiere, just to name a few. Don't they look wonderful? Nicely done, everybody. They were all in the service of the master of the house, but a spell was cast on them, and they were changed into these enchanted objects. Now, when my father's horse returned home without him, I knew that something wasn't right. The horse brought me back to where they'd been separated, and I discovered not only Mrs. Potts and Chip, Cogsworth, and of course my friend Lumiere. Hi, Lumiere. Pardon me. Hi, Lumiere. How are you? Very good. I think your candles made me sneeze. But of course there was someone else known only as the Beast. So right there in the very bright hat. Would you please come help us by being the Beast? Nicely done. Very good. Now, Lumiere, keep your candlesticks nice and straight so we don't get wax on the stage, all right? Very good. And Cogsworth, can you show us how a clock ticks? Lovely, thank you. And Chip is holding Mrs. Potts' hand. And Mrs. Potts, are you making supper for us today in the castle? Wonderful. What is for supper? What is your favorite thing to eat? Oh, my goodness. How would you all like to come to the castle and have cake for supper? Very nice. And of course there was the Beast. Hello, Beast. How are you? Good. Now the Beast had taken my father prisoner, and he'd only let him go if I agreed to become a prisoner in his place. I did so willingly. Pop, would you go this way? Go with Candace. Thank you. On my first night in the castle, I discovered the magic rose.
Not the camera.
Hi, sweetheart. It's okay. There we go. Didn't you do a good job with that? Very good. And I discovered that the Beast had not always been a beast. If he could learn to love before the last petals of our rose fell, and be loved in return, the spell would be lifted, and everyone would become human again. If not, he would have to remain a beast for how long?
Forever.
Forever, which is a very long time, Beast. Now, to make matters worse, we didn't get along very well, did we? No. Mostly because you growl a lot. Can you growl nice and loudly for everyone? That wasn't very loud, was it? No. I think you need some help from all of you. Everybody paws up in the air and let's hear some growling. Wonderful, but luckily for us, one special night, something magical began to happen, and everyone in our house felt like dancing. Don't get so scared. It's going to be all right. I'll take your paw. Very good. One step. Very nice. He's doing a lovely job. Very nice. Hello, Mrs. Potts. Hi, Cogsworth, Chip, and Lumiere. Hello, Papa. Hi, Gaston. Nicely done. was something there that wasn't there before.
Oh.
The beast had begun to care about me. He cared so much that he let me return home to my father who was ill. Bye, beast. Hi, Papa. Hi. And I was given a magical mirror. Thank you. So I could find my way back to the beast. But when I got home, who was there?
Gaston.
Gaston. Hello, Gaston. Hi. And Gaston said to me like he always did, yell it out.
Marry me, Belle.
Very good, Gaston. Of course I told him no, and he got very upset. Get angry, Gaston. Ooh, he took my magic mirror, locked us in the cellar, and went to find the beast. Goodbye, Gaston. But luckily for me and Papa, someone helped us out of the cellar. Do you all remember who that was?
Chip.
It was Chip. Hi, Chip. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Chip, can you do me a favor? Can you wave to all these nice people in our garden? Hi, everybody. Chip was our hero. Yay, Chip. And with Chip's help, we were able to go back to the castle. Come here, sweetie. Let's go stand right next to Lumiere. Nicely done. Mrs. Potts, Cogsworth, and Lumiere were watching the beast and Gaston, who had grabbed each other's arms and were wrestling back and forth. Oh, my goodness. When the fight was over, Gaston fell into the moat far below. And the beast? The beast lay dying. Lay dying. Oh, nicely done. Very good. Stay right there. I told the beast that I loved him very much. And those must have been the right words, because something magical began to happen. Mrs. Potts, Cogsworth, Lumiere, and even Chip all became human again. And then the beast himself began to change. He was no longer a beast at all. He was a handsome prince, lovely, and on your head. Fairy tales really do come true.
Yay.
And as the song goes, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Very good, everybody. Hold hands. Thank you to all my marvelous helpers. Hands up and take a big bow. Very nice. And thank you to my two marvelous assistants, Candace and Heather. And thank you very much to all of you. I'm going to come down right there and greet as many people as I can before I have to return to the castle. But if I do not have a chance to say hello, please come join us again in Fairy Tale Garden. Goodbye, everyone. If you are coming to say hello, please come up to the